Hey there, Pats Nation. Let's get into our first rumor, and I never thought I'd ever say this, but could Matt Slater go to the Steelers? I want to vomit just having to say it, but lucky for us, we'll have to give it 2 Lombardi trophies. He did visit the Pittsburgh Steelers, but have no fear, he did leave without a deal. And usually if you're a player going to visit a team and you leave without a deal, it's probably not going to happen. I still expect him to return to the Patriots, but he gave Pat's Twitter and Pat's social media a pretty big scare this weekend when it was reported he was visiting the Steelers. I don't even want to think about it. He's been a special teams captain for the Patriots for as long as I can remember. One of the best special teamers in the history of football. More Pro Bowls than any other single special teamer. So I think that Matt Slater will hopefully be on his way back. He is going on his age 33 season, so I don't know how many years he has left. Welcome to Patriots Report, presented by Man Crates. I'm your host, Harris Rubenstein. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTheam for all your Patriots news and updates. We got a lot of rumors to go through, so let's check out our explainer so you guys know what I'm talking about. If you see 1 Lombardi trophy, we're on to Cincinnati. Don't even worry about it. It's fake news. 2 Lombardi trophies, it's Ted Wells levels of honesty. It's just, there's not really much credence to putting it. It's probably not going to happen. 3 Lombardi trophies, we'll see. Strictly in the rumor category, still 50-50, still a lot more news to come out on it. 4 Lombardi trophies, it's pretty likely. Give it about a 75% chance that this one's going down. And then 5 Lombardi trophies, count those rings, baby. This is going to happen, 100% chance. Let's get into rumor number 2. Is Cameron Fleming going to the Cowboys? We're only going to give this one 3 Lombardi trophies. He did make a visit there, and also LaAdrian Waddle's visiting the Cowboys, but we'll get to that later in the show. But he did visit the Dallas Cowboys over the weekend. He's there right now as well. The Patriots really should re-sign Cameron Fleming with Nate Solder gone. I still say it's more likely than not he will return. The Cowboys do need a swing tackle, but so do the Patriots. The Patriots definitely need as many tackles as they can get with Solder out the door. I don't know if he's going to go to the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will end up taking one of Adrian Waddle or Cameron Fleming. I'd rather them take Waddle. I think Cameron Fleming's actually made some nice progression over the past 2 years, but only 3 Lombardi trophies on this one. Let's get into rumor number 3. Did Adrian Claybord sign with the Patriots? Yes, he did. This is news. So Adrian Claybord signed a 2-year deal with the New England Patriots, worth a decent chunk of change as well, with a max value of $12.5 million. He graded out last year as the 19th best edge rusher in the entire NFL. Look, he's edge depth. The Patriots need edge depth. They need veterans on the edge. They need people who can get a sack, and they don't really have a lot of those guys on the roster. Maybe we'll actually see Adrian Claybord start a game, and it won't be Eric Lee, the guy that the Patriots plucked off the Bills practice squad. So nice to see the Patriots picking up a guy that they desperately needed. And fun fact, Patriots Report called it. I actually had Adrian Claybord as one of my defensive targets for free agency for the Pats. Make sure to check that one out on the Chat Sports YouTube page. Let's get into rumor number 4. Did Patrick Chung get an extension? Indeed he did. Patty Chung got a 2-year extension, and as he tweeted, some things just come out of nowhere, and this came out of absolutely nowhere. He gets a 2-year, $11.5 million extension, going to keep him in New England until 2020. He was already under contract until for 2018, so this was pretty surprising, but he's been an absolute trooper since he signed with the Patriots, re-signed with the Patriots a couple years ago. He's one of the defensive leaders. They love him in the secondary. He feels a huge need, and if you look around the NFL, I'll say this. I'm not saying that Bill Belichick has started every single momentum change in the NFL, but that Patrick Chung pseudo-safety linebacker position really did take over when he started doing it effectively, and it's now swept all over football. You see this on every single level, high school, college, and the NFL, so Patrick Chung being one of the best guys in football at that kind of position. Good to see him locked up for the next couple years. Let's get to number 5. Did the McCourty twins get reunited? This has been such a long time coming. I can't tell you how many times that Jason McCourty has been rumored to come to the Patriots, and it has finally happened. This is news. Jason McCourty was traded for by the New England Patriots. They now have 2 sets of twins on the roster. They have the Hollister twins with Cody and his brother, and then now they have Devin and Jason as well. Look, the Patriots traded a 6th rounder for Jason McCourty in a 7th. By the way, we call Devin McCourty D-Mac. That means that now Jason McCourty will be called J-Mac. So we are going to keep that consistent. But look, Jason McCourty's a really good number 2 corner. He's physical at the line. He's quick. He has good ball skills. He's not as good as he was early in his career, but it's fine. Him as a number 2 corner is going to be perfect for them. I think he's a great replacement for Malcolm Butler. He's inexpensive. They didn't have to dole out tons of money for Tremaine Johnson, and they didn't have to give Malcolm Butler $50 million. This was a great trade for the Patriots. very excited to see what Devin and Jason are going to do as well. And shout out to the McCourty mom, who on Twitter has been raging about how happy she is that her two sons are now on the same team. Let's get into rumor number 6. Did Danny Woodhead retire? Yes, he did. And a tip of the old cap to one of the original receiving backs that the Patriots had. Look, he was just a great player for the Pats. Had him for 3 seasons. He played 10 total years in the NFL. Started on the Jets practice squad. Played with the Patriots. Went to a Super Bowl with them as well. Left for the Chargers. And then played with the Ravens before going down with an injury. Look, great career for Danny Woodhead. I think his career went about as good as it possibly could have. A decade in the NFL for guys of his size, coming off of a practice squad, is a fantastic career. So, mazel tov to you, Danny Woodhead. Congratulations, and I hope you enjoy retirement. Let's get into number 7, and we got to talk about Nate Solder, don't we, now that he's leaving for the New York Giants. Was the Patriots' offer similar to Solder? We're only going to give this one 3 Lombardi trophies because we're still not really sure. So you had Tom Curran come out and say that the Patriots offered a quote-unquote solid deal to Nate Solder. There was a report earlier in the week that the Patriots actually almost matched the Giants' offer, but that has now been debunked as fake news. Solder is now the highest paid left tackle in football. He's getting 4 years, $62 million with the Giants. I think myself and the rest of the Patriots fans, while we are upset to see Nate Solder go, great for him and his family. This is going to be huge for them. They're a big-time charitable family, a lot of foundations all over the country. I think this is great for the Solder family. This is a great look for the Giants as well. Congratulations to you, Nate Solder. The Patriots were never going to give you that much money, so good for him being able to get it on the open market. Highest paid left tackle in football. Did not see that one coming. Let's get into rumor number 8. Are Patriots players miserable in the locker room? Maybe so. We're going to give this one 3 Lombardi trophies. People are most certainly talking. So this is coming from Mike Girardi, who a lot of you know. He's one of the NBC Sports Boston reporters, big-time Patriots beat guy. And a source told him that, quote, the players don't feel appreciated and that Bill Belichick is making Brady and Gronk miserable. I don't know how much credence there is to that, but Mike Girardi is usually spot on with a lot of his sources. There was a lot of reported tension this year in the franchise all season long. I think the fan base, as well as me, as well as the team, is very much ready to move on from last season. A lot of dysfunction in the organization. Hopefully they can smooth some things out, and we can have a little bit less of a, how do I want to say it, a little bit less of an active kind of year in the media for the Patriots next season. Let's get into rumor number 9. Is Shea McClellan going to continue playing? Yes, he is. This is news. Shea McClellan missed all of last season with a concussion, or with multiple concussions, I should say. And look, the Patriots have massive depth issues at linebacker, but McClellan does intend on returning next season. It's going to be great to have him back. I think the Patriots need his versatility. He's a big-time player that they actually gave a lot of money to a couple years ago, and he has not lived up to that contract. So this is it from Shea McClellan. If he doesn't perform well this year, he is out. So let's see what Shayne McClellan has left in the tank. Let's go to rumor number 10. Did Malcolm Butler leave with some class? And yes, he did, and commend him for it as well. This was news. He did indeed leave with some class. He said that he'll always have love for the Patriots, Bill Belichick, and Robert Kraft. He signed a 5-year, $61 million deal with the Titans. I will say this, though. The Patriots did offer him a 6-year, $66 million deal last offseason that he turned down, to the surprise of, well, just about everyone. And the Patriots used that money to then sign Stephon Gilmore, who ended up being one of the best corners in all of football, at least in the latter half of the season. The first half, he wasn't too great, but the latter half of the playoffs, he was absolutely spectacular. But congratulations to Malcolm Butler. He got the contract he finally deserved. Again, another great story. A guy coming out of nowhere, makes one of the biggest plays in all of sports history, plays a couple good years in the NFL, and now gets awarded with a big-time contract with the Titans. Hey, it's Patriots South. They now have Logan Ryan and Mike Vrabel, and now Malcolm Butler on that defense. So I guess the Titans just want to become the Patriots. Let's move into number 11. Does James Harrison want to play in 2018? He does. We're going to give this one 4 Lombardi trophies. He might end up playing. He certainly wants to. He's posting workout videos on Instagram and Twitter. He looks great. He says that he intends on continuing to play. And the Patriots apparently have reached out to him about playing in 2018. Now, James Harrison is 39 years old. I've said before that the Patriots do need depth at the edge position, but this wasn't really my idea. A 39-year-old edge rusher is not really what I think your go-to guy for depth should be. But look, if there's anyone who's going to be ready to play at 39 years old, it's James Harrison and also Tom Brady. So, hey, having the 2 oldest players in the NFL on the team, outside of Adam Vinatieri, excuse me, it was, fake news, but James Harrison and Tom Brady being on the same team today certainly, I think, adds up to the average age of the entire defense put together. Let's get into number 12. Is Nate Ebner returning? Yes, he is. This is news. He signed a new contract with the Patriots. Good for Nate Ebner. He's coming off of a torn ACL. He's been one of the best special teamers in all of football the past couple years. Made a Pro Bowl as well. Signed a 2-year, $5 million deal right alongside of what you usually see at the top end of the market for special teamers. It seemed that it was either, do we give this amount of money to Johnson Badamasi, or do we give this amount of money to Nate Ebner? Johnson Badamasi signed a bigger contract with the Texans, so the Patriots instead gave that money to Nate Ebner. I'd like the move a little bit better. I understand that Badamasi might be coming off a better season, also plays a little corner, but I'm a bigger fan of Nate Ebner. The dude's plays for the U.S. rugby team. How could you not love that story? All right, let's get into some stuff that's occurred over the past couple days. Is Cordarrelle Patterson coming to the Patriots? See, I'm going to catch myself every single time. Yes, he is. This was news. We had a big-time report on it, a little breaking news video on the Chat Sports YouTube page yesterday. Patterson will come to the Patriots. The Patriots are trading a 5th-round draft pick. It's actually funny. The Vikings traded for the Patriots during the 2013 draft in order to draft Patterson. So now it's kind of coming all full circle. I will say this. The Patriots have had a very interesting connection to former first-round picks so far this year. They've now traded for Cordarrelle Patterson along with Danny Shelton. So that's 2 first-round picks from previous years that they've now traded for on the team. And they've also had Eric Ebron in for a visit, and that brings us into our next rumor that Eric Ebron also might be coming to the Patriots. However, in keeping up with the Matt Slater visiting the Steelers and leaving without a contract role, we're only going to give this one 3 Lombardi trophies, but he did visit the Patriots. So adding up a lot of old first-round picks starting to come in and take a look at the Patriots. I think this is one of the things where you have Nick Caserio, maybe Belichick, looking for some open spots in the market. They see a lot of talent that maybe they can mold into one of their guys. I don't hate this idea. I think taking on former first-round picks, they were drafted in the first round for a reason. So if the Patriots want to see if they can pick him up and try to shape him into something in terms of a role player, I like the idea. Eric Ebron is still an athletic freak for a tight end. The Patriots need a backup tight end. He's not a great blocker. He's kind of been a bust since being drafted in the first round. If my memory also serves me correctly, I remember him saying after getting drafted that he was going to end up being the best tight end of all time. I appreciate the confidence, but we're just going to slap a fake news tag on that one. Eric Ebron, you did not end up becoming the best tight end of all time. And our final rumor of the day, I know we had a lot of them, is Adrian Waddle going to the Cowboys. We're only going to give this one 3 Lombardi trophies. He is visiting as well with Cameron Fleming. He's going to be there tonight. He's going to be there for a little bit tomorrow. He was at Gillette on Friday and left without a deal. I think the Patriots need to re-sign him or Fleming. They got to get one of their swing tackles back. If the Cowboys want to poach one, go right ahead. Please take LaAdrian Waddle if you're going to ask me. But at the same time, I think this is fine that they're going out and seeing visits, but I would still expect one of them to get signed. That's going to do it for rumors. Let's throw it for a quick word from our sponsor, Man Crates.